Got a Husqvarna 240. They said it will run, but it bogs down. I only can get it to run when I prime it, and it'll only run for a few seconds, and then it just dies on me. When you prime it, you can see the gas going in, and down there you can see the gas going back out into the thing. So I'm gonna take a look at that and see what I figure out. Air filter was clean. That's a good start of it. I have to call Wally's Place 66 up, see what he knows. I just went to drain out the gas, and look what little thing fell out of there. The fuel filter. Well, that doesn't help with the line then. You know, kooky hooky. So, I'm trying to fish that line out of there. See if I can cut it and put that back on it, and we'll see what happens with it then. Maybe that'll be the easy fix of it. So the clutch brake wouldn't work. My thought pattern would be that this little doodad here should be on top of that, because it looks like it's been wearing right there, so I can catch in those cogs in. I don't know for sure, but I'm gonna see if I can take that pot cover off and get that thing resituated onto there. Seems to run all right now, but as soon as I started it, it got running again. The chain got stuck. Then I couldn't shut it off because the shut off button doesn't work either. Well, it fit on there. I just had to take these 3 bolts out and put that out, screws out, put that in then. Well, I got the saw running pretty good, and then I came back later and it went wrong, and then I went and bought a coil for it because this piece here broke off of the coil, so it won't shut off. And then went running, so I just dumped the fuel out this morning, and the fuel filter was off again. And here's a piece of the fuel line. I cut that off, and then I can just take that and I just pulled on the fuel line and ripped another chunk off, so that's bad. So I'm trying to figure out how to take this all apart so I can get the carburetor off so I can do the fuel line. So right now I'm taking off the trigger mechanism. With 3 screws, I loosen that. I got this front cover off. I got the top cover off too. And that's all just Torx. So now I need to unhook this throttle link with shear, and then I'll put this stuff back together so I don't have a 1.5 million pieces trying to figure out how to put all that stuff back together later. So I think I can pull up on here. Loosen that. Possibly put that back in there though. Bolt out here. This one that's here and this one over here. Now that should slide away from there. I'll put that somewhere. So now we can get into the nuts and bolts of this thing. So this little cover right here goes right in front of here, and this goes through that hole. There's one little Phillips screw right here that pulls that off. Took this Torx out here. We're going to take this one off, and this cover should slide off. Okay, I just took this link off. Just remember how that went on. Just went right in this little hole here. And it was just like this. So I gotta clean that up. That is nasty, dirty. And then I gotta replace these fuel lines here. Hopefully I got some, because these things are brittle. All these here are. They just pull apart. Got that old piece of fuel line out, and I looked through the junk drawer. Found a piece. I took the edge of it there and I cut it. So now let me shove that back in here. That's the vent one. I know it's hard to say. It's hard to do it too. Probably should put a little gas or something on it to help it. So you get the point. I'm gonna put that on. I'm gonna get that started down there, and I'll bring it back. So I got it started. If you look way down there, you can just start to see it. I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna pull it through. So now I gotta pull through. So now I just gotta pull a little bit more, and then enough for the vent. Because it looked like it had about that much, about 2 inches hanging in there. I got this fuel line on, down in there. I got my filter on it, down in there. Took a little bit. So now, that one will go over here on this side of the carburetor. Might have to pull a little bit more up. This one will go to the other part of the carburetor, and then I need to put this one from top of the primer bulb into there, into the vent. Just a little bit down in there. I got all the fuel line in. It took a while. I don't know if you can see them down in there very well. There you go. I gotta get some cleaning down in there, some dirt, some old gas line laying down in there still. Gotta get that out of there. But we got them on there now. So I just took it and I, cut out an angle there. Got enough of the angle in there. One there with the little needle nose, and I pulled it through. I figured I'd take the carburetor apart. Well, I had it all off. And yep, see it's dirty right in there. She's got some dirt there in that little filter light there. So, fire up the ultrasonic cleaner. We'll let that warm up and we'll stick it in for a little while. Got the carburetor in there. It's been in there for about 5 minutes now. Now we're going to work on taking the coil part. So you got to take this screw here, this one here off. Then this assembly will pull off of here, like this. So this black wire here has a screw in, that goes here to ground this. And then this one here is supposed to have a plug-in into the coil right there, like this one does here. The new one, for some reason that one was broke off. So yeah, so now we gotta put this one back on here like this. Get that all figured out where it should be. We'll get that set, and we'll get in there and we'll set. You put the coil in there, get the 2 screws on and get set. Get yourself one of these right here, Oxford manila envelope things like, and that's about the thickness you need. Sit that in there with that screws loose. Turn this till the magnet sucks the coil to the flywheel. Tighten up the screws, pull that back out of there, it's good to go. Okay, well I just got off work. It's about midnight now, and I turned this car apart. I tried getting it working earlier today, and I soaked it, I cleaned it all out. You see, and I put it all together. Still did not work. So then right before work, I took it about 8 hours ago. I stuck it in some chem dip, cleaned it in the ultrasonic cleaner, let it run for half an hour, then I turned it off, and now we're gonna put it all back together. So took it all apart, put it all back together. We're not primed, so then I had to take it all back apart again because I put one of the gaskets in the wrong diaphragm. So I got it primed, I got the run. Once in a while it'll idle just fine. Next time, then it'll just sit there by itself. It'll just idle up and idle down. There's gotta be something stuck in that carburetor. The guy wants it for the weekend. Sometimes, I don't know what you think, sometimes it's almost cheaper just to buy a carburetor. I just looked on Amazon and get a carburetor for $19, have it here in 2 days. Well, actually now it's the next day, so it's like 2 in the morning or something. So should be here by Saturday, they say. So the guy wants for the weekend, so it depends what time it comes Saturday. If I just slap it on there, if it fixes all the problems, that'd be great, because sometimes it'll idle, sometimes it'll start first pull, and the next time you have to choke it even when it's warm, or you have to prime it more. We got a new fuel line on there now, so I don't know, I've had enough for it for now, so I'm gonna go and shower and eat something, try to get all the smoke out. Well, I just bought a new carburetor for that chainsaw. I put it on there. First pull, she fired up, idle just beautiful. Dad's gonna take it out. The chain is pretty well shot they have on there. And I was gonna fix the kickback lever. They didn't want to fix that either. So that's done now. So here's the old carburetor right here. That's going right there.